Well, guys, I guess this is it. Outlaw finally decided no more YouTube videos. Well, Outlaw, for you, my man, we're packing, dipping, and spitting, and I'm wearing one of your merch today. For all that you have done for us, we thank you. In my opinion, what do I think caused Outlaw to decide to finally not do YouTube? There's many things, and I think one big one is that he's a father of his children, a husband to his wife, a business owner, and exploring other revenues. That you gotta give him credit for, being able to do those things. Now, Outlaw has achieved so much. Being part of Mud Jug, doing a video called The Dip Run. I'm sure we all remember that one. Doing a bunch of videos, sometimes back to back or different times where it wasn't just back to back, but doing videos, editing them. If it wasn't him editing, then probably his editors. But I think a lot of it had to do with the fact that not only he was exploring other revenues, but on top of that, he was missing out in his family's life. And he wanted to be with his family the most. And that's an important part of his life. And I can understand that. For me, being a father to my kids, I get it. I understand it. Your kids grow up pretty fast. So you're not really wanting to miss a lot. And I think that's where a lot of it kind of came from. Was that not only exploring other revenues like being a music artist, up and coming music artist, and owning his own business, doing his own thing, and have done so much videos and many things that it's just a really high list of things he has done and accomplished in his life. Do I think this possibly will affect the dip community? I'm sure it's going to pull a few heartstrings and make us feel a little sad, and some of us maybe a little disheartened. But it's okay. At the end, we realize we're grown ups. We deal with it. People come and go. You can't always be a public figure for the whole remainder of your life. It's hard. Sometimes when you have done so much like Outlaw, you just get to that point in your life where you're finally telling yourself, I what more do I have? What more do I have to offer? I own a company. I'm a father, a husband to my wife, venturing into country music artist, mainstream media, or genre. What more do I have to offer for YouTube? He doesn't. At that point, that was a good call for him. Why do I think it was a good call for him to do? Well, again, not only because of those reasons, but on top of that, I think it was just, he was probably getting burned out a lot with it. And being a YouTuber, a lot of us dip tobacco reviewers, or even not just us guys or people that do it, but just being YouTubers in general, you get to a point where you realize that you've not only done so much, but the content you're creating is almost the same thing. It's no different. And the viewers kind of, after a while, are like, well, we want something different. So he knows that the viewers have changed. Things have changed on YouTube, and he did kind of mention it a little. That YouTube has changed since he's been on here when he first started. And that was part of it too, was the change. He was just realizing that he couldn't do it because the change wouldn't help him. It would worsen what he's already done. And a lot of his viewers that were loyal viewers are probably still going to be there. And they will always be there for him. Is there a chance he may come back? I don't know. Only time will tell. There will be a question there to decide whether or not he will come back that only he can answer. He can only answer that question because he's the only one that knows. But like he said, YouTube has changed so much since it first got onto the platform scene. And I can see where he stands with it. There's not a lot of dippers that or people that watch our videos as much anymore. It's okay. It's a thing. It happens. There's a lot of other things that are happening. Game reviewers and this, that, and the other that get probably more views than I do. It's okay. We understand it. An outlaw respects that. He respects knowing that he wants to go out the way he wants, and he did. He rode off in the sunset the best way possible. Still being an outlaw. Still being who he is. And nothing more, nothing less. Honestly, will this or could this possibly have a effect not only on his company but him personally? Probably not much on his company and probably not as much on him, but I'm sure that it was hard for him to really do this. Because a lot of people that have watched him were big fans of him, and we have grown up. Some of us watched him probably when we were 18, and now we're, 21 or 30 whatever years old now? We've watched him grow to be the person he is now. And we only can wish him the best. How hard did I take it when this happened? Well, I don't really want to make this much about me as much as it should be about him, but I took it a little bit hard. I had a few tears trickle down my face because it did pull a few harp chords on my heart, realizing that this was it. That this was his final closure. It was kind of like watching Daft Punk for the last time walk away from each other. It hurt, but I understood the necessity of why he was doing it, the necessary need to become no longer a public figure. And I think that was great for him to do. Do I believe that? Why do I believe that he went out the way that I think he wanted to go? Honestly and sincerely, I think the way that he went out, and the reason why I think that was, for him, the greatest, was one of many things. Because nobody really told him, I don't think, that he had to. He chose to. He made that choice consciously knowing that, yes, it was probably going to affect many of us. And some of us were okay with it. Some of us, were a little disheartened by it. But I think the reason why this was great for him to go the way he wanted was because he in himself knows what was best for him. He could make that decision himself. He's a grown-up. He's an adult. And that was a great call for him because he wasn't being pushed out he knew that the algorithms have changed. He knew that there was a difference compared to when we've all first started to now with the dip community. A lot has changed. And I think that change comes with understanding and being an adult about it and realizing that I can't control what is happening. And he knows he doesn't have control of it. He has control of himself and how he chooses to do things. How long do you think I think it will be until he possibly comes back? Unknown. Like I said, I hope maybe he checks in once in a while. I hope that he does come back and at least let us know how life is and how he is doing, how his wife, his kids, his family, his business, his music's going. Hopefully he continues to do music. Hopefully you never know, that would definitely get me all excited and happy if he does a collab with Upchurch. That would be cool. Hopefully he does well with whatever he does, and I wish him the best. Do I have ill will feelings of him leaving? No, of course not. I don't think a lot of people will have any ill will feelings toward the Outlaw for leaving. I think that everyone respects that decision, and I definitely, as a YouTube dip tobacco reviewer, respect that decision. I think that it was definitely hard for him. There was no two ways about it. It wasn't easy for him. Sure, it probably really hit hard, worse for him than for us. But in the end, it will be what it is. And I wish him nothing but peace, love, and blessings from God to bless his family, him, and his business, and continue to be a strong man that he is. And I will always remember him for what he has done for us. Being a good guy. Goofy. Sometimes dorky. What is my best memory of Outlaw? I got a bunch of them. I think one of my biggest memories with an Outlaw video was him doing Outlaw and his buddy doing Siberia. That was one of those videos that I can always look back at and say that dude was crazy as a bedbug for trying a dip that was strong as hell. But not just that one, but there was another one, a couple of them, where he did a bunch of different dip tobaccos in one can. I think, honestly, for him doing that was pretty brave. Do I think it was kind of stupid? Maybe not stupid, but definitely daredevilish, yes. There's a lot of memories that I will remember, a lot of videos. A lot of times, him doing different things, and always giving us laughs, and giving us things to look forward to. Always putting out merch, or collabing with Mud Jug, and doing different things that a lot of us, again, could never possibly do. I think Outlaw has a lot of memories that we could all look back on and say, you did good, bud. You did good. Go rest now. Go do what you gotta do. And there's a lot of times where I'm going to look back and miss those times. But I still got videos to watch that I definitely probably could catch up on. So, let me know in the comments down below what your favorite Outlaw video was that you liked. And let me know what you guys think in the comments about Outlaw possibly, potentially now finally quitting forever on YouTube. And as always, Outlaw would say, don't forget to pack, dip, and spit. See y'all later.